Good day. Let's talk about the midterm Philippine elections. May 25th, Marcos Duterte proclaimed winners in the Philippines' fastest vote count. GMA News says Philippine elections generally orderly but marred with violence, according to NAMFREL. Another one. It says here, NAMFREL sees nothing unusual in 2025 national and local elections, and this is by Sunstar. NAMFREL, what is NAMFREL? So on the upper right side corner, you can see that NAMFREL stands for National Citizens Movement for Free Elections. So basically, their organization is more on into monitoring about the election. This was 2 months before the election, March 12th, and this is what NAMFREL said. The NAMFREL refers to the issues raised by the CPA lawyer Jeriel Harold Respicio, a vice mayoral candidate in Reyna Mercedes Isabela, in 2 Facebook posts which have now been taken down. The issues. Attorney Respicio asserts that the ACM is connected to the internet during the voting period on election day, rendering without authority and manipulating the election results. Attorney Respicio avers that nothing in Annex B of COMELEC Resolution number 11098 instructs the Electoral Board not to connect the ACM to the internet until such time that the election returns have been printed and the ACM is ready to transmit the election results. NAMFREL observation: it is true that any system or device connected to the internet is exposed to potential attacks by malevolent actors. NAMFREL volunteers in the field of cybersecurity agree with Attorney Respicio's assertion of connecting the ACM to the internet during the voting period renders the ACM vulnerable to possible attacks. And then on May 12th, on the national election day itself, they released at 6 p.m. incidents of violence and disturbance issues with ACMs. NAMFREL expressed concern over incidents of violence and disturbance that marred today's polls in certain areas of the country. Reports were received and verified by NAMFREL volunteers in the area. In Silay City, Negros Occidental, a shooting incident took place in front of the headquarters of a mayoral candidate. The incident reportedly involved 6 people, with bystanders and media reports alleging 2 or 3 fatalities. Media reports claim that the incident was perpetrated by supporters of former mayor, while the victims who were brought to the nearest hospital are supposed of the incumbent mayor. Authorities are conducting an investigation. Then in Maguindanao del Norte, okay, another incident, and then multiple incidents in Lanao del Sur. So a lot has happened during the election. But the most concerning of all, where we were so shocked with the sudden drop in the number one Senator Bongo, they have a statement about the delay and incompetent transmission of election results, and this was around 10:15 p.m. The NAMFREL expressed a serious concern over the delay and incompetent transmission of election results from the automated counting machines, contrary to prior commitments regarding the timely and transparent flow of information. As of 8:56 p.m., NAMFREL had not received the full set of election results data expected from the ACMs. All result packages from 8:03 to 8:35 p.m. did not contain any election result. This delay is particularly troubling in light of the Commission on Election publishing an official transmission figure of 76.37% as of 8:45 p.m. Despite this, NAMFREL system reflect receipt of only partial data, approximately 30%, according to COMELEC records. Did you see how big the difference is? It was according to the COMELEC, they already have the 76.37% posted. However, with the NAMFREL, they only have 30%. So yeah, they did not meet their commitment of the timely and transparent flow of information. COMELEC, COMELEC, COMELEC. So, what will we do with this information? And how about the overvotes? There were 16 million overvotes. And I'm sure COMELEC would say we don't have enough budget for manual counting. And whose job is that? Whose job is it to secure our ballots? Whose job is it to make sure that we, the public, trust the results? Isn't it your job, COMELEC? Ridiculous. However, how did the mainstream media inform the public about what NAMFREL said? Generally orderly, but marred by violence. Sunstar reported, NAMFREL sees nothing unusual in 2025 national and local elections. Mainstream media.